All right. Today is 1st of September, and this is the first day of autumn. So congratulate everyone with it.
Mm.
This is OSRA Scrum, and here is Craig, Nikita, and me. And let's start with you, Nikita.
Sure. So I finished up my date validator that I was working on, and it went through. It seemed like a pretty extensive code review. Sam Pretty was able to jump in and leave a bunch of comments. And after it got fixed up and after it got merged in, um, I pretty short time later, Sam Pretty found that it actually doesn't quite work as it should. So he is now taking care of that aspect of it. Basically, it validates that the date is not in the future, and it does that just fine. But it doesn't validate that the value is an actual date value. So Sam Pretty is going to tackle that. I am now moving forward with refactoring model specs. And now that I see that Motosim has added all the other features to Pivotal Tracker, I am really looking forward to actually taking on a story, like a feature story, and sinking my teeth into that. So that's what I'm doing and planning on doing before the next Scrum, and there's nothing blocking me.
Mm-hmm. So tomorrow's Scrum should be sprint planning, right?
Yes.
Okay, I'm looking forward to it. Okay, Craig?
I'm still on with features. I kind of am a little bit blocked at the moment. We've got to pick a JavaScript or a headless web, a headless browser driver for Capybara that will run JavaScript, because the standard one that comes with Cucumber doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And so things like delete, where we get the JavaScript pop-up to confirm, we can't test until we put a driver in. So website one uses a number of them. I'm not really keen on that idea because of the number of dependencies that are installed. Both Sampriti and Yarrow have suggested that we use more than one, and they have a lot more experience on this than I do, so I'm sure that's a good idea. But Yarrow has suggested, rather than using Capybara WebKit, which has a load of Qt dependencies, we could maybe use Selenium, but I haven't had a chance to look into that yet.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with installing Phantom.js, which is what website one is using for most of their stuff at the moment, is although it's very, very quick, it doesn't actually allow you to interact with the JavaScript. It just automatically accepts the default value and then executes that, so you can only test happy paths on it. And obviously that's not ideal as our only choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the point Craig that Yarrow makes, that Selenium is actually included with Capybara. I think for the basically, if we, we get that for free, so to speak,
Yeah.
and then if we add Phantom.js on top of it, then I think we should have all bases covered.
Yeah.
And yeah, Capybara WebKit, I agree with you. I mean, for me, the Qt, it was not very painful, but I certainly, if I don't have to do it again,
You'd rather not.
I'll be happy. Yeah.
Yeah. And you're on a reasonably fast Mac as well, aren't you?
I am,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah.
So if we've got newcomers coming on, and I was talking to someone on website one who was having problems because they're on a Windows machine with 2 gig of RAM. Well, if you've got to compile Qt in that sort of environment, it's not much fun.
Yeah, I agree.
Windows machine with 2 gig RAM, it's that bad situation.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Not
sadly,
everyone, yeah, not everyone's got the latest and greatest gear though. So
yeah.
Yeah, but in this case, it's better to install Ubuntu because the Windows is just a huge consumer of resources. I don't know. I changed Windows to laptop, my old laptop, about 7 years old, which is now on Ubuntu, and it works faster than my computer with SSD disk, on Windows. So
Yeah.
it's a huge difference. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, I would definitely recommend that for people, but they might be under other restrictions where,
Yeah, of
they need
course.
Windows for something.
That's true.
So yeah, I think if we can avoid this extra dependency on Qt, then so much the better.
so is it worth me exploring the options of Phantom JS and Selenium and seeing how far we can get with that?
I think between those two we should have everything covered.
Right. Okay.
Okay, I see with us. Viv, your turn.
Yeah, I have to. I just looked at the ERD. I actually have to. I'm actually busy doing a whole bunch of stuff, but I have to fork the GitHub and actually start looking at it. I'm going to do that this week. I'm in the middle of moving, so things are a little hectic for me. So that's my status. I don't have any blocks. I just have to make some time to do all of that. So it's just
ERD is in GitHub.
yes, I looked at it, and I think Sempriti and Motasem have worked on it. But I'm just saying in terms of actually looking at stories, etc. I want to fork it and actually start looking at what people are doing. But things are not really. I'm not really going to be able to sit down and concentrate for another 2 weeks on it, just because I'm in the middle of moving and things are really hectic for me right now.
You've got to remember which box you've put your computer in, Viv.
Yeah, I mean it's kind of hectic. So I'm slowly.
To another.
Yeah, I'm moving from one state to another. So it's pretty big. So yeah, so that's why it's I'm not as tuned in. So I just give me a little time to get up to speed. I'm just following you guys slowly until I settle.
From which state to which are you
I'm moving from Washington to Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's like everything. So I have to pack up everything. So I can't really. I don't want to start any big stories, or I could pair maybe and just look at what people are doing. But let me first download and actually look at the code, and then I think it'll make a little bit more sense. So it's kind of me. I'm blocking me. I need to check out code and do my due diligence before anything else, before any next move.
Okay, fair enough. My turn. Well, yesterday I think I even didn't make Scrum because we had a lot of preparations to that 1st of September. So for tomorrow I'm going to participate in sprint planning meeting for OSRA, if I could, and that's it for me. Anyone wants to pair?
I can't.
Yeah, me neither. This is, I don't know, maybe we can rethink the scrums at some point because I'm in this predicament where this time for me is an almost, I can almost guarantee that I'll be free for a scrum, but that's all I can do at this time, basically. I can chat for about 15-20 minutes. I can never continue with pairing after the scrum, which is kind of silly, I guess.
It's maybe, I don't know, because using Scrum for pairing, it's just one of the ideas of Scrum. Another idea to share what you did and your plans. And I think this is the most important thing, because if you want to pair, you just can put in Slack is in chat, and that's it. We shouldn't use Scrum for pairing, you know. So
All right.
I don't know. It's okay, I think, for me. Okay. Any other questions, suggestions, ideas to discuss before tomorrow's sprint planning meeting?
No, I'm sitting here weeping at the thought of Viv moving, and I don't even have to move. I think if I had to move, I would have a breakdown.
I see. Okay. Well, then everyone have a good evening and see you tomorrow on sprint planning.
All
Take
right.
care, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
See you. Bye.